Your brain weighs about 3 pounds. It consumes nearly 20% of your body's total energy. And yet, it avoids thinking whenever possible. Not because it's weak, but because it's optimized. If your brain analyzed every decision from zero, you wouldn't survive daily life. So it relies on shortcuts, fast rules, automatic judgments. Psychologists call them heuristics. They keep you alive. They save energy. And they quietly distort reality. The energy problem neuroscience shows something surprising. According to Rakel and Gusnard, 2002, the brain uses almost the same amount of energy whether you re-solving a complex problem or doing nothing at all. Thinking harder doesn't cost much more. Switching systems does. That's why Daniel Kahneman described 2 modes. System 1, fast, emotional, automatic. System 2, slow, analytical, effortful. System 2 is accurate. System 1 is efficient. And efficiency wins. Most of your daily decisions are made by System 1. System 2 usually arrives later to explain them. Why shortcuts evolved. Evolution didn't reward perfect reasoning. It rewarded speed. If you hear a noise in the dark, you don't calculate probabilities. You react. False alarms were cheap. Missed threats were fatal. So the brain learned rules like familiar equals safe, popular equals true, past success equals future success. These rules worked well for thousands of years. Then came modern life. The availability heuristic. One major shortcut is the availability heuristic. Your brain assumes, if I can easily recall it, it must be common. That's why people fear plane crashes more than car accidents. Plane crashes are dramatic and memorable. Cars are routine. Tversky and Kahneman, 1973, showed that people consistently overestimate events that are vivid and emotionally charged. Memory is not reality. It's emphasis. Confirmation bias. Another favorite shortcut. Confirmation bias. Information that agrees with you feels reliable. Information that challenges you feels suspicious. In the classic study by Lord, Ross, and Lepper, 1979, people exposed to the same mixed evidence became more confident in opposite conclusions. Your brain doesn't search for truth. It searches for internal consistency. Neurologically, being right activates reward pathways. Your brain isn't objective. It's defensive. The fluency illusion. If something feels easy to understand, your brain assumes it's true. This is called cognitive fluency. Reber and Schwartz, 1999, showed that statements written clearly and smoothly were judged as more accurate, even when false. Clarity feels like correctness. That's why confident voices, simple language, and clean design are persuasive. The halo effect. The halo effect compresses complexity. If someone has one positive trait, your brain assigns them many others. Attractive people seem smarter. Premium brands seem better. Edward Thorndike identified this bias in 1920. Instead of evaluating traits separately, the brain creates a single impression. Efficient, comforting, often wrong. Why modern life breaks the system. These shortcuts evolved for slow, stable environments. Modern reality is information-saturated, emotion-driven. Algorithmically manipulated repetition creates familiarity. Emotion creates memorability. Popularity creates trust. Your brain thinks it's reasoning. It's reacting to design. Why awareness isn't enough. Here's the problem. Knowing about biases doesn't remove them. Research shows even experts fall for them when judging themselves. Biases are not flaws. They're features. You can't eliminate them. You can only interrupt them. How to slow the brain down. Behavioral research suggests one solution: friction. Delay decisions. Seek opposing evidence. Ask what would change your mind. Separate confidence from accuracy. Reduce emotional intensity. You're not aiming for perfection. Closing. Your brain loves shortcuts because they made survival possible. They help you decide, act, and function. They also distort judgment, belief, and perception. You don't see the world as it is. You see it as your brain efficiently guesses it might be. And most of the time, it never asks your permission.